Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I want to look at doing UI design on the iPad Pro. Is it actually possible? Can you design an app screen on the iPad Pro? So I'm not going to go through the whole process of designing an app. I just want to see if I can just create something simple. We'll go through 3 different apps: Figma, the new Framer, cloud-based design tool, and Webflow. So I just want to go through those 3 products and see if it's actually possible to use it on the iPad Pro. Now, for context, I'm not just using the touchscreen. I'm going to be using a keyboard, and I'm going to use the trackpad, and I also have an external mouse, which I'll be going back and forth with. So let's get to it. So whilst I'm going to look at designing a user interface on the iPad Pro, I'm going to actually also look at the differences between using Chrome and Safari for this. Because what I found is one is usable and one is definitely not usable. So let's go through it. So this is Chrome. I'm just going to go through all the apps in Chrome so we can just quickly speed through this. I don't want to waste too much of your precious time. So if you go to a new file in Chrome, and let's see, can we create an artboard? So if I press A, it does let me create an artboard. So let's just use an iPhone 8. And let's say I press rectangle. Can I draw a rectangle? Yes, I can. And we see, here we go. Can I duplicate? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. So yeah, this works quite well actually. So if we go to, we just change this color, we add a effect. Let's just add a little drop shadow. Okay, so I'm pleasantly surprised we can do something. So can we drag it? Yep. I mean, it's not the best affordance. It should turn into that double-ended arrow, which would help people see that it actually works, but it does actually work. And I suppose let's try something else. Add a little circle in the middle, and then can we group it? Okay, so this is a problem. We can't group using Command G. Can we group like this? So it says Control G. So okay, but it did work. So you can group using Control G. Now that's strange because I'm pretty sure it's Command G on Figma. It could be that if for some reason things are on Windows, which is strange. Okay, so Figma works pretty much. There's some differences. So if we hold Command, you can see. Okay, that's for Chrome, not for Figma. Okay. This is very strange, but it's usable. I think this is usable. It's not perfect. Let's see. We can go up and down, zoom in and out. I think this is usable. There might be some things deeper in there that will stop you from doing stuff. Okay, let's add some text quickly. So we go here. Let's just turn it to 36. Oh, not 12. So we just put this at 36. And okay, this works. Yeah, I think this is a success, I think. So let's move on to Framer. Let's see how Framer works. So full disclosure, I'm not very good at using this because I've literally just opened it. So I think you go to new. It says drafts. Let's go with drafts. It's taking its time, or is it loaded already? Maybe it's loaded. Okay, iPhone 11. And let's see, we add a frame. I think it's different to Figma. You add a frame. And let's duplicate this frame. Oh, nope. Right, I see what's happened here. So oh no, so it's not. How do you group? I can't find a way to group. See, some of this might just be because I don't know how to use Framer particularly well. Um, so so it's already kind of grouped because it's in the frame. Okay, this is tricky. Okay, let's just try and duplicate. Let's see. I keep doing Command D, but it's using Chrome to basically save the bookmarks. Okay, let's not save the bookmark. And if we hold Alt, can we drag it? Okay, we can Alt and drag. That's good. Here's an issue. We can't side scroll. So yeah, you can't actually go to the scroll to the side. Okay, you can if you touch the screen. So if you touch the screen, you can do that. You can also pinch and zoom to touch when you touch the screen. Two things you couldn't do on Figma. You can't use Figma to scroll in and out. Let me just show you very quickly. Oh, it's actually already... Okay, so... Oh, wait, no, you can. Oh, I'm so confused. But the bar now is gone. So if you go, wait, let's go back to files. We go to this project again. Now, why... Now it doesn't let you edit anything. This is very strange. Okay, we'll leave this for now because this is crazy. But okay, I'm gonna say this is not usable yet. Plainly for the fact that you can't side scroll using the trackpad. For me, that's basic. That's very, very basic. You have to be able to do that. UI designers will tell you, product designers, UX designers, they'll all tell you have to be able to do that. Because just navigating around your whole screen that's a big part of designing. So you can't do this here. Now, if you were just making one screen, so just one big screen, you could probably get away with it, and I think you could probably just struggle through it. It's still not ideal, but you can definitely struggle through it, I think. Now, the last app I'm going to look at is called Webflow. Now, I don't even think this works at all on Chrome. So you see here, it says read only. Changes will not be saved. So we're already at 0 here. It doesn't work. Okay, so let's go to Safari. Now, this is Figma for Safari, so let's see. So the keyboard shortcuts work. If I duplicate this, that works. If I change the color, that works. Can I? Yes, and you see now we can use Command G to group. So that's perfect, because that's what we're used to. And that's what anybody who's used Figma for a long time will be used to. So we can use a circle to do an oval. We can add an effect. So we just add a drop shadow. And this works pretty well. Now here's the problem again. You can't side scroll using the trackpad. Now this seems to be a consistent problem on both of these applications. So that is a massive fail. Now let's see. Okay, to be fair, even though that's a massive fail, if you press the space bar, you can pan around. And that is okay. I think that makes it usable somewhat. Let's check if that is possible on Framer. So Framer. Okay, it works on Framer too. That's good. That's very good. So I think I'll change my mind on Framer. Since you can hold the spacebar and pan around, I think that does make it usable. It's still not ideal because everyone is used to using a trackpad or some sort of side scrolling with a mouse. So it's still not perfect. However, you can work on it. Now the good thing is that on Safari we can actually use Command G and use all the commands that we're used to from using Figma normally on an MacBook or any Apple device. So that is very, very helpful. So let's see if we can just mistake there. Yep, Command Z works as well, or Z, whichever you prefer. Like I said, you can do this. So it's usable. It's usable. Let's see if we can add an image. So okay, so you can. I'm not gonna go do that right now, but that's great. You can add an image. So yeah, if you're somebody who wants to design a little bit, and Figma is free, so I will definitely go for it. I think if you have a mouse, it's going to be really beneficial since you can just hold the spacebar and drag it around and navigate around your artboards. It's usable. Again, it's not as good as the MacBook. It just isn't. But it's usable. Now let's see if Framer is any different on Safari. So this is the thing that doesn't tell you. So let's go for iPhone 8 this time. We'll get a frame. And we'll just put it here. So, okay, so yep. Again, the MacBook keyboard shortcuts work. So it's Command. It's not asking me for any other thing. So I can highlight, and what would I do? So I don't think. Yeah. So yeah, that works. Oh, see, I'm not used to that. So you can't pinch to go back to zoom out, sorry. Which is not great. You can if you touch the screen. Now, could you pinch to zoom here? Yeah, you could. You could pinch to zoom on Chrome. Interesting. Okay, that's very strange. You can't do it here. I have to admit, that's really, really disappointing. Can you pan? Yeah, you can pan still. You can Command D to duplicate the artboard. That's good. Man, this is really frustrating because there's some good things on Chrome and some good things on Safari. So the Chrome lets you zoom in and out, just pinching on the trackpad. But Safari lets you use the keyboard shortcuts you would be used to. These are all productivity features, so it's really disappointing. They need to really combine this and get this all worked out soon. But I think probably iPad is like the least of their worries for both of these companies. They're going to focus primarily because the professionals are going to use a MacBook. So unfortunately, we're going to have to just grin and bear it, really, and hope for future updates. Now, Webflow on Safari. Let's see. So what we saw before is that it was completely unusable on Chrome. Now on Safari, it is not completely unusable because you can actually do stuff. But already I can see there's a big problem. So this side menu, you should be able to scroll down. On Mac, you are able to scroll down. So there's actually more content underneath here, but unless you would have to actually minimize everything to see what's below. So that's a really big problem. Because even on Framer, you can scroll down. Oh, maybe not. So no, it was a Chrome version. Oh, let me go ahead. You could scroll. Oh, could you not? Oh, I could have sworn you could. Yeah, see, you can scroll down. Even though perhaps there's nothing to scroll down to. Oh no, you can. See, you can scroll. And on Webflow, you cannot scroll down. So that's a big issue. I would say that is basically a deal breaker. However, let's see if we can actually do anything. So I'll use the keyboard shortcuts. Yep, you can use the keyboard shortcuts. So I can create a section, and then within that section, I can create a div. And then within that, or let's say within that section, I can create a container. So this is more, in terms of design, this is more like HTML type of situation. So what this does mean is I think in order to use Webflow on the iPad Pro, you have to use the keyboard shortcut. So you have to use Command E to bring up the Finder window. So to bring up this like find anything window. And then once you have things selected, you have to use Command Enter and then just start naming your classes. So, and also you should use Alt to go up and down here. Otherwise, I think this could be really frustrating. So we just call this block. It doesn't even matter. And then you'd have to go here if you want to add the color. But the problem is if everything is actually open, then you can't scroll. It's a really, really frustrating experience. So again, a lot of work to do here. Oh, well, to be fair, not too much work to do here. For me, I've played around with this a little bit more than the others, and you can, if you can get past the scrolling feature on the right here, this is usable. You can do basically everything you need to do on Webflow, you can do on here. The fact that you can't get to the stuff below this point, and to be fair, the stuff below this point, you maybe don't use too much. And I guess you'd have to change your workflow and just make sure you focus on maybe the typography first, and then just have this out while you do the typography and make sure everything's consistent. And also, if you use style guides and style sheets, that's going to make a massive difference, because then really you shouldn't have to play with this area too much anyway. But I don't know, maybe you might have some. Okay, now this is strange. When you click into here, you can actually scroll down. So it's possible. It's not that it's impossible. It is possible. So hopefully they figure it out. In conclusion, can you do UI design on the iPad Pro? Yes, but it's a bit frustrating. I think Webflow is probably the best one. But as well, Webflow in itself is the hardest of the programs I looked at to use. So if you have no experience using Webflow, I wouldn't recommend you learning it this way. Figma, it is usable. It is usable. It's not that bad. If you have a mouse, it's not too bad. It is usable. It's just, you're just not going to be as fast as you were on the MacBook until they fix the side scrolling. I mean, it just has to be fixed. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for clicking this video. If you liked it, if you found it helpful, please give it a like. Helps the channel a lot. As you can see, I only have 8 subscribers, so every little bit helps. And also, if you're interested in learning more about the iPad Pro. But anyway, thank you for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.